Go.
Good morning, class. Before I start, let me introduce a little bit. My name is Chung, and my team include Hong, Như, Minh, and Tien. Today we will introduce you interesting country. So let's start. Who can tell me the name of display on the photo? We have some candy here, and if you have the correct answer, please answer and give the candy. Who can know?
Yes.
Yeah, the name of display.
Raise your hand. Go.
Vatican.
Cái tên cái gì Vatican em nói.
It's in Vatican, right? But the name of
The name of the place. Yeah.
Left side.
The left picture.
the
Left picture.
Yeah.
Vatican.
Yeah, in Vatican it's right, but I want to you tell the name of this place. The name of
The square.
the
Yes.
square. Yeah,
It's St. Peter's Square.
yes,
Saint Peter's.
yeah, Saint Peter's. And here,
Sissy, speak louder.
It's 16 Chapel.
16 Chapel. Very good.
yeah, you're right. Yeah, right, and candy for you. Please have me.
Okay. Now consider. Give it to her. Now consider. Hurry up.
Yeah. So to the detail about you play here, we'll have you later. So about Vatican, about the Vatican flag, it have two colors,
Mila.
yellow
Go.
and white. The yellow is supposed to represent to hold rigid power, and the white is represent his worldly power. So in my introduction about Vatican City, we have five dividers. The first, located. Second, population. Third, language. Fourth, tourism attraction. And fifth, culture. And I will begin with the location. Vatican City is independent state with a word enclave within the row. You can see here the Vatican City inside the row. The Italy and the encircle by 2 meter around the Italy border by Italy, like 3.2 kilometer around.
2.2. Good.
2 kilometer. And the Vatican City is the smallest country in the world, and this is making just making just 44 hectares, and just only 0.44 square kilometer. And Vatican City on the Vatican Hill. So a garden called for a mosque, or pub in the Vatican City, and here a museum, Peter
Basilica.
Basilica, and Saint Peter Square here. So this is all about location, about Vatican, and Vatican is also smaller country in the world, small but awesome. So my team will have you give more information about Vatican. So.
That's it. What?
So hello everyone. You know the Vatican is the one of is the state that got the smallest it's the smallest state, and also
Closer.
and also they are the least they got the least population, and it's just around 1,000 people, and 100% of the population is Catholic, and some percent statistic have shown that just only 32 of their populations is just only the human. It's just a woman.
32%.
No, just 32 women.
32. There are only 32 women.
Yeah,
Oh.
in their 1,000 people.
In 1,000 people. Wow. Lots of men there. Good.
And even there is the smallest thing, but there are
Approximately
5.5 million people visiting a year.
Mm-hmm.
You can see how crowded they are. And Italian is the official language, and it can be the only language they usually use the people.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some statement I show for you to learn for today, like come stay.
Come stay.
Come stay. I wrote spell. Sorry. Ma va
Ma va a cagare. Got. This means. All right. Continue. Go.
Just it. So my teammate Hung will show you why there are too many tourists come to the Vatican.
Although Vatican is a smaller country in the modern country, but you have a lot of things to do here. I will share with you the top 3 more popular tourist attractions in Vatican. The first one is Basilica di San Pietro in Vatican. Built in the 16th century, St. Peter Basilica is one of the largest Catholic church in the world and the center of Catholicism. Although it is not the cathedral of the Bishop of Rome, it is still regarded as the small sacred place of the Catholic Church. The house mural and sculpture of many artists from Ocean Renaissance, such as Michelangelo and Raphael. And the next one is Vatican Museum. The Vatican Museum is the one of the richest museum in the world, and the collection are the collection and accumulation of the Roman Catholic Church for centuries. There is a dazzling array of beautiful exhibits, and some exhibits are full of resilient features. The murals are also very impressive. Therefore, it is like an artistic ocean and a cultural corridor, which deserves being called the World Treasure House. Visitors also have the opportunity to have breakfast in the museum. And the last one is Vatican Garden. The Vatican garden is located in the western part of the Vatican and occupy more than half of many countries. The tour of this large-scale royal garden requires an online reservation in advance. There are two famous sculptures in the garden. One is bronze python and the other is earth. It is the garden of Eden and and that is extraordinarily sacred and
Sacred.
sacred and transcendent in the world. In the eyes of believers around the world. It
The
is-
word.
The world is a beautiful garden with
Camila có.
India's design and unique scenery in the eyes of atheists.
In the eyes of
The atheists.
atheist. Spell the word.
A-T-S-E-I-S-T-S.
Okay, continue.
And Minh Anh will continue.
So I will talk about the cuisine of
Cuisine. Speak loud.
Go. Vatican. As you know, this is the smallest country in the world. So because of this, it's too small to truly have a distinct culinary history. To understand more about the big picture, you have to understand the historic diet and influences culinary of Italy. So the first one is the most famous dishes in the world is pasta. There are two types of pasta. The first one is dry pasta. Actually, it has around 350 shapes and varieties. And because of the complex shapes, so it can be easily to wrapping and holding onto the sauce, onto every kind of sauces, especially tomato sauce, original one, which can be easy, which you can see that it's easy, but it's absolutely difficult to make it. And the next one is fresh pasta. By the Italian law, dry pasta have to make from 100% semolina flour or semolina flour and mixed with just water. And then the next one is the fresh pasta. The ingredient is slightly different from the dried pasta. It's just made from whole wheat flour with water or eggs. It's usually fresh pasta is usually mixed. Fresh pasta is usually made with creamy or a original one like butter and some mushroom inside of it. Not usually mixed with tomato sauce. And the second one is pizza. Like, as you know, pizza is the integral part of Italy's history, right? The dough is easy to make. It just mixed with flour and water, and it have to sprinkle outside the dough is the cornmeal to make the dough easily slide onto the brick. Beside tomato sauce, inside on top of it, the mozzarella cheese is the most important factor of pizza. The Indian water buffalo gave them milk to make cheese, to make fresh cheese.
Indian cows.
No, water buffalo.
Water buffaloes? Really?
Yeah.
Really? Wow. Milk. So they can make cheese?
Make fresh cheese
Fresh
from
cheese.
its milk.
Okay, and then they use the cheese to make pizza?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's weird.
So even today, Italian people don't like to eat another kinds of cheese. The cheese, the buffalo can be substituted.
Mm-hmm.
So the second part is about the clothing.
The-
Clothing.
Coding. What is the coding?
Clothing.
Spell the word coding, please.
Clothing.
Clothing. God.
Because it's too small to have a national customs. So, and this is the home of priests and nuns. So, both of them have to dress very convertibly.
Mm-hmm. Convertibly.
The priests have
The
to
priest.
wear black cassocks.
Yes. The priest.
The priests have to wear cassocks, and the only skin commonly seen is hand, head, or possibly feet.
Feet. Yes.
And many
Not yet. God.
many priests choose to wear white colors, to distinguish to another people when
Mhm.
they are outside, when they outside.
Yes. White color. Good.
Yeah. About the nun is convertibly dressed to dress convertibly no matter situation.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know, because maybe
Because that's the
they're
rules.
women.
Okay. It's true.
And one of the most recognizable outfits
Mhm.
in Vatican City is the uniform of guards of the Pope.
The Pope.
Pope.
Mhm.
Their uniform is have a stripe with blue, yellow, and red. So in Vatican, this is the recognizable outfit.
Yes.
Than the priest or nuns.
What are their jobs?
They protect the Pope.
The Pope, and the job is bodyguards. Specifically, they are Swedish guards. Swedish. From no, Swiss guard, not Swedish, my bad. Swiss guards from Switzerland. Cận vệ Thụy Sĩ. Okay, I'll explain this later. Why not French guard or Swedish or Danish? Okay, but why Swiss? I'll explain that later. Now continue.
And about the Pope,
Mhm.
he wears white. The Pope wears white cassocks,
Mm-hmm.
just like the priest, but it in white.
Mm-hmm.
With a small close fitting hat without brim.
Mm-hmm.
And the Pope is he like dressed in white because he likes that color,
Mhm.
and it represent to Catholics.
Mm-hmm. Represents Catholic.
And then you will continue the last one.
Okay.
Now I will introduce to you one famous building in Vatican. This is Saint Peter Basilica.
Saint Peter's Saint.
Saint Peter Basilica. According to Roman Catholic tradition, Saint Peter Basilica is the burial site of Saint Peter, who was the first bishop of Rome and thus were the first in the papal alliance.
Of lineage, yes. So this is the first pope. Mhm.
Yes. And between the years 324 and 326 AD,
Mhm.
the Emperor Constantine built a basilica on the top of Saint Peter Bridge. The building of current church began on 18 April 1506 and was completed on 18 November 1626. There are some following spectacular architectural features. The first is Basilica Dome. The first is Basilica Dome. It's here. It is a symbol of the church and one of the symbol of the Vatican City. No building in Rome can be taller than the dome of the Vatican. The dome of the Basilica in Vatican City. And the second is Basilica facade. It's here. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. There are 5 gates.
Gates.
There are 5 gates.
Next, go.
There are 5 gates. The first is Death Gate, Good and Evil Gate, Filaret Gate, Sacrament Gate, and Holy Gate. With 13 statues, a Christ statue surrounded by John the
Baptist.
surrounded by John Baptist and the 11 apostles. Saint Peter Basilica has an impressive interior space, including Saint
Sebastian Chapel.
Next is the Pope Peter sculpture. And next, in the Saint Peter Basilica has the Vatican grottos. This is a barrel plate of the 91 popes. And my group this is all information about Vatican City that my group will give you. If we have a free time, you can visit Vatican and find many things about this country. Thank you.
All right, very good.
To visit the Vatican City.
The best time to visit Vatican City. Oh. Back to the first slide, please. Think back to the first slides. Now, when is the best time to visit Vatican City? You can sit next over here.
You can visit it every kinds of season because it's beautiful anyway.
When is the most crowded time? Okay. The most crowded time when lots of people, lots of tourists visit Vatican. Can you guess? Now this is a sacred place. This is not just a normal tourist attraction. People visit there, people go there because most of them are Catholic. Like
It's a winter season.
why winter season?
Because the time at the end of the year and in Vatican City has many festivals.
How about you? There are
There are summer reasons. Summer reasons it's the best time to visit Vatican.
why?
Because the atmosphere and this is the best season.
Again, this is a sacred place, một nơi thánh. God, people go there to look at the Pope. Okay, they don't take selfies with the Pope. God, they look, they pray, they ask for lots of things from God. So Christmas could be one of the best time. Okay, even though the weather is extremely cold, but people still go there to enjoy the Christmas, to look at the Pope, to listen to him, and the Easter time. The East, right? The Passion, Eastern, like in April, lễ vượt qua lễ cho the Ash and the Easter, Happy Easter, lễ phục sinh in April. Yeah, on it. No Thanksgiving. No Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is American festival. Okay, in April, in December and in April, that could be the most crowded, the busiest time of Vatican. Now, next question. God. Yes.
I have a question for you. As I know, this place is the place the people living in here. So, what not to do when I come this place? What not to do?
What you shouldn't do. Okay. Tell me about what you shouldn't do if you visit Vatican. Any rules?
Don't wear short jeans, short shirt. Don't wear skirt.
Don't wear short sleeves.
sleeve.
Too short sleeves. Okay. Don't wear tank tops. Ba lỗ. Yep. Don't speak. You should not speak loudly. Okay. Don't take photos. No, you can take photos. You can film it.
Don't take photo in the Vatican Museum.
Oh, you're not allowed to take photos.
Yes.
Okay.
You can carefully a little bit because it
You can-
carefully because it has a lot robber and insecurity. Have a little bit.
It's with the statistic, they are the most crime. They got the most crime in that Vatican city.
The humidity. Độ ẩm.
I mean they got the most crime in their Vatican city. Proper, like crime, but just a little bit, like proper.
Cropper. What do you mean by cropper? Is it?
I mean like just a stone and some small thing. Kind of.
Which means
I mean the Vatican is they got the most crime in their city.
cram. What is it? Cram?
Crime.
Criminal.
Crime.
You mean criminal?
Criminal.
Yeah, criminal.
They have
The proper.
the least crime rate or the high.
The most.
Really?
Yeah.
Which means there are lots of criminals in Vatican.
But they just because they just got 1,000 people. So with that statistic, they told the Vatican is got the most.
The highest criminal rate. Okay. Well, which means you may find lots of criminals there. Mhm. Like robbers. Okay. Possibly. Okay. Any other questions?
May I meet or see what you have?
The Pope?
The
The Pope. The Pope. Now the Pope. Who is the current Pope? What his name? What his title? The current Pope. What's his name? The King of Vatican.
I don't actually remember his name.
God, it's really
You
easy.
can meet him on Friday, every Friday.
Why Friday? Why not Sunday? Why Friday? Why not Sunday?
Friday, the day to pray.
Today to pray. You sure? People pray every day, and the popes pray at least, I think at least 1 or 2 hours a day. God.
It's Good Friday.
All right, thank you, Clark. Thank you.